some point, sometime soon, if it's not happening already, you'll have started your business, or you'll be ready for your next level of growth. And you'll have clients and customers, and you'll be so proud of yourself. I know you have this in you. And when you have your clients and customers and you're working hard and you're doing your great work to be able to serve them, to be able to take care of them, to solve their problems, you might come across a time when you say, so how do I keep these great customers, these great clients? How do I keep them happy? How do I keep them coming back for more? How do I keep them referring my work to others? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today here on the Business Building Blocks, sponsored by the Women's Foundation of Southwest Florida. I am so honored to be here today as part of the Women's Foundation of Southwest Florida and to be here with you. If you haven't been here before with us, I'm Darcy Eikenberg. I'm a business and leadership coach, and we've been answering your questions, the questions that get in the way of you starting and growing your business as a woman in Southwest Florida, or maybe wherever in the world that you're getting a chance to watch us and hang out with us here today. Our work is funded by Comerica Bank, so just a quick thank you again to all the good folks at Comerica Bank for helping us be able to reach more women in our community to help them start and grow businesses that'll be great for themselves and for the rest of our community. So, if this is you, if you have customers or clients, or you're envisioning the day when you have customers or clients, and you're asking, how do I keep them happy? How do I keep growing our relationships? I've got 3 strategies for you today. Number 1, set clear expectations in advance. So let me tell you a story. So I know a woman who is an awesome bookkeeper. She just jammed on getting into QuickBooks and figuring things out and kind of piecing things together and making sense of other businesses' numbers. She's a great bookkeeper. But when she decided that she was going to go out on her own, she started attracting clients because she was the kind of person that, she was energetic and she really wanted to be helpful. But when she would start talking to a client, they say, oh yeah, definitely. I want you to manage my bookkeeping. They would come up with boxes of check stubs, or they'd say, well, I don't quite know what's going on over here, or there's this account over here that kind of needs to be cleaned up. And she would end up doing a whole lot more work, actually even work that was more in terms of personal assistant work and organizing before she could get to her gift work, which was bookkeeping. And when she's talking about this, and she was worried about, why this kept happening, why it seemed like were her clients taking advantage of her? Was she sending off the wrong message? Or did she just have to suck it up and do more than she thought she needed to do? When we unpacked it, we realized she's missing one key thing. She wasn't setting clear expectations with her client in advance. Her clients are not the expert in what bookkeeping looks like, just as your clients are not the expert in what your work looks like. So we've got to come out of our curse of knowledge and the place in our head where we just know too much about how we do what we do. And we have to walk them along step by step to set their expectations. So when you have a potential client or customer, right from the beginning, to set the expectations, to say, so here's what our work together will look like. First we'll do this, then I'll ask you for that, and then we'll do this. So outline it for them. This even goes to outlining how you get paid. So for me, in my coaching business, when I'm working one-on-one with people, I say that we get paid at the beginning of the month automatically on a credit card. So that tells someone that I'm not sending out an invoice every month. I'm not going to chase you for a late payment. If you can't put it on the credit card in advance and just have it automatically deducted for the period of time we agree to, then we're just not going to be a fit. So that keeps us out of all the awkwardness and energy wasting later to figure out, well, how are we going to get paid? So if you want to keep your clients and your customers happy, let them know what they can be happy for up front. Set the expectations clearly. And yes, stuff will happen. Surprises will happen. Things will get off kilter in the course of you delivering whatever it is you're doing. But you have the opportunity, once the expectations are set, to go above and beyond for your clients and to say, this isn't part of our normal service, but I'm happy to do X. Or you have the opportunity to go back to them and say, as we talked about when we first started, this is what our work normally looks like. If you'd like me to do this other thing, here's the fee. So do you see how having set those expectations, having that clear conversation can help customers know what to expect, and when they get what they expect and then a little more, they stay happy. So that's the first strategy. Set clear expectations. And this is work you're going to have to do ahead of time. Map out, take a pen, write out on a piece of paper, what are the steps of my process? We agree to X, Y, Z. It may not be something you put in front of your client, but it is something you should know for sure. Okay, so setting clear expectations is one way to keep them happy. And of course, you're going to meet those expectations and exceed them. The second strategy, though, to keep your clients and customers happy is to decide in advance for yourself on what I call a keep in touch strategy. Now, what's a keep in touch strategy? The keep in touch strategy is simply the way that you decide on a consistent basis you are going to stay in front of your clients, your customers, and also your potential clients and customers, your prospects, people in your target audience. Now, this may be something as simple as every week, every month, you send out a short email that has value. And this is a key, right? You've got a lot of emails that are people trying to sell themselves, right? And what do? Delete. But if you're sending out something of value, sending out a little story, sending out, here's a new tool I learned about, something that's of value, allows you to keep in touch with your customers and clients on a regular basis. So doing that in email can be one good way to do that. And of course, you need to ask your customers and clients for their permission to email them. You have to have the permission before you would send out regular emails. But having that strategy built into your business to keep in touch. But maybe you want to do it from networking. Maybe you want to have a monthly coffee and you invite clients and customers and you let them connect with each other and meet each other and connect them with each other. Or maybe you do something like this. You do a regular Facebook Live. But whatever it is for you, think about what would be value that my customer or client, what would they perceive to be value? What would be helpful for my customer or client? And how can I stay in front of them on a regular basis in this way? It can take many different kinds of forms. Email is one of the simplest. Doing things in person is also a very powerful strategy. And if you have a product and have a brick and mortar store, maybe it's as simple as you have coupons that are for your favorite customers, for your favorite clients, something that is repeated or a special offer. So think creatively, test it out. But you want to be in front of your customers and clients on a regular basis with value. So find the way that you want to have your keep in touch strategy. The third strategy to keep your customers and clients happy is, and this one's going to shock you, ask them, right? Sometimes things are so simple that we forget. Just ask them. Hey, Joe, I really enjoy working with you. And I just want to step back from the middle of our work and ask a question. What else could I be doing to serve you better? On a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with how this process is going so far? There are questions that you can ask that help your clients give you feedback, give you input. And often I suggest to people that they do this on a regular basis. They find ways, sometimes even after every interaction, to say, so how is this going so far for you? This is especially important if you're in some kind of professional services, consulting, coaching, lawyers, marketing, something where there's an iterative process, an ongoing process. Because checking in every step of the way lets you hear the things that might start to get off track before they're way off track. And asking for feedback constantly. Asking, how is this working for you? Is this what you were expecting our process was going to look like? Is a good way to slow the client down too, slow the customer down, and let them kind of check in with, okay, I know I thought bookkeeping was one thing, but I see what you're laying out. I understand how it works the way that you are working it. So asking. The other great muscle that asking your clients and customers about ideas to keep them happy, to how's it going, to be able to improve and grow, is that it also opens doors for things like asking for them for recommendations, testimonials, and referrals. And word of mouth is one of the best ways for your business to grow. So if you ask the question, so how's this work going for you? I'd love to just kind of hear your reactions. And someone says, oh my gosh, this is so much better than what I thought it could be, or the person I worked with before, or anything. If it's been beyond their expectations, it's a great time to say, I am so happy to hear that. I wonder if you would be willing to write a recommendation for me on LinkedIn, or to write a recommendation I can put on my website, or even I wonder if you'd be willing to refer me to one or two other of your colleagues who are also having the same struggle that you're having, or have to solve the same problem. If you don't ask, it's not going to happen. We have to get in the habit of asking, of just really putting it out on the table. And you can't be afraid that, well, what if I ask and they say, well, I think you're too expensive and I actually think your process is kind of crappy. Well, let's be honest. If you're starting or growing your business, wouldn't you rather hear that now than to keep investing and doing the same thing over and over and not knowing that it wasn't working for your clients? So, asking is an important strategy to keep your customers and clients happy. So, the 3 strategies we talked about today: 1, to set expectations, clear expectations in advance. Let them know what the path is going to look like. No one really likes surprises. No one really likes to be confused. And the confused mind doesn't buy. Create clarity by setting expectations. The second strategy is decide now on a keep in touch strategy. Whether that means you're going to keep in touch by a regular, consistent email. For me, I write my audience of followers every single Thursday. That's my commitment to them. Some people do meetings, events, webinars, live videos like this, or other things, coffees, lunches, but something that is your commitment that's a keep in touch strategy. And the third strategy to keep your clients and customers happy is just ask. How's it going? I would value your feedback. I'd like to learn from your experience. Try it out with your clients or customers. Ask them how it's going. Ask them what you could do better. And if the news is positive, ask them for referrals, for recommendations, because that will help you continue to grow your business and be the success that we all want you to be. So, how about you? How are you keeping your customers and clients happy? Tell us about it here in the comments or write a question. What else can we answer for you? It's just a pleasure to be here with you for the Business Building Blocks. I look forward to seeing you again next time. I'm Darcy Eikenberg, and for all of our viewers here in the United States, have a very happy Thanksgiving coming up. And for all you who are watching this after Thanksgiving, have a great rest of the week. We're so grateful for you. Take care, all.